Hello everyone and welcome. My name is MyJudyHD and I'm very excited. This gameplay was epic stuff. This is Mob of the Dead, the new Uprising Zombies map. It is freaking awesome. I can tell you, if you haven't gotten it yet, go get it because this map is epic. My first play was this game. Played it with Grubs and two of his friends, whose names I will put in the description, because I can't remember right now. So, basically, if you don't know, this map is situated on Alcatraz Island, the prison, famous prison near the Golden Gate Bridge, San Francisco. So actually this is pretty cool map, first game we played, and we spent 86 minutes on this map. This is a highlight video of the entire map, of the entire game we played. Now, this map is very complicated, it has a lot to it, Easter egg as people call it, which allows you to build the airplane, go on top of the roof, fly away, get to the Pack-a-Punch on the Golden Gate Bridge, electrocute yourself and go back here. Now, as you can see right now, I had electrocuted myself at the power supply or whatever it was, and I went into afterlife. You go into afterlife as well if you go down, but you can use this afterlife to unlock certain doors, unlock certain perks, activate machines, and do all sorts of stuff in order to complete the Easter egg. Now the first thing we did was get the warden's key, which we needed to open up further doors. This is again me going into afterlife to complete one of the parts for the Easter egg. As you can see, the Easter egg part is there in the middle. I got to remember these numbers in order: 5, 8 and 7, as you can see right there, and I need to put them into the counters all the way down. Put 5 here, 8 here and 7 in the third. This will put the elevator downstairs. Grubs will go down with it and take the part, which will also open up the door downstairs so we can get on with the map. This is one of the parts that I had to do. I didn't do them all, of course, because we were 4 players. We split it up a bit with people who knew what to do. I knew how to do this one, so I did this one. So we decided to hang out here a bit, which is down the stairs through the door. Pretty good place to hang out. But then the mini boss spawned. This is an epic guy, high armor, high health, and quite good strength. You need to pump a lot of bullets into his face in order to kill him, but we managed to do it, of course. As you can see, he's that heavy that he actually shakes the screen. He dies right here and he drops some max ammo. Every time this guy dies, he will drop a power up, so that's cool. So yeah, we were just hanging out here, gathering some points. The white player was actually AFK right here a bit, in afterlife as well. That's why his points were at 0. And yeah, as you can see here, I skipped a little bit, got 6,000 points, opened up the door, and the Juggernaut is right here. As you can see, Jacko is actually going into afterlife to power the Juggernaut machine, which is pretty good. I was just holding off the zombie right here. Noticed another one was coming. And I'm getting Facebook messages while I'm recording this. Brilliant. But I'm not responding because I have got to do this recording. So yeah, this is a pretty sick map. Once you get Juggernaut, you're quite settled. But it can still be tricky because the indoors part is tight as hell. So on my left here you can see the elevator, which you will see later. It's a good, pretty good spot to hang out on. Good for high rounds. Spoiler, we actually ended up in round 21, where we committed suicide because we ran out of time. We ended up with the 7,000th leaderboard record. There was me, Grubs got somewhere high in the 6,000, 6,900 or something. So we did pretty well. We could have done better, but we ended up with that through suicide. Now we went over here because this dog is coming out of the wall. Now this dog is needed to feed zombies too. If you do that, I don't know, maybe 50 zombies or something. I don't know for a fact how many, but you need to feed it a lot of zombies. it will actually unlock you the Hell's Retriever, which is like a combat axe which you can throw. It kills zombies and picks up items. So if you see an item behind some zombies, throw your combat axe to it, it will pull it towards you. That's a great item, you will see it later in the game. It's pretty cool. So yeah, we were just standing here by this dog. It's not the best spot because the zombies can jump down from on top of here, which gets tricky a couple of times, as you will see soon. But yeah, the dog was just out here. He has 3 locations where he will be. If you feed him in all the 3 places, eventually he will unlock the Hell's Retriever. So yeah, as well here downstairs here in the outside part, there is another part for the plane, which we have already gotten. You need actually 2 players for this. So you can't do it on your own if the 3 other players are down. If you're playing solo, you get more afterlives per round, so you can actually do it as well. For completing the Easter egg, you actually get 75 gamer score. Completing the Easter egg, with that I mean building the plane in order to get to the Golden Gate Bridge and get the Pack-a-Punch. I wouldn't really call it an Easter egg, but just a mission to escape Alcatraz. It's not really an Easter egg because you need it to get to the Pack-a-Punch. But it's a cool thing to do. It takes some time, takes some effort. Also, for feeding the dog enough that the Hell's Retriever gives you 25 gamer score if I recall correctly. It's called Feed the Beast. That's the achievement. As you can see here, the second spot inside. Tricky bit. Camping in the corner right next to the dog, feeding it all the time. Now we were hanging out a bit here, a little tricky sometimes in the corner, but we managed to survive thanks to an insta-kill. You gotta be lucky sometimes. So as you can see here, I'm using the Thompson, the Tommy gun, which is the new zombies gun in this game. I don't really like it, it's decent, but the Uzi is better in my opinion. It is on more locations on the wall, so you can replenish ammo more easily, and it has a higher rate of fire, so I think the Uzi is an overall better gun to use. Obviously box guns are better than these guns, but you can always just replenish your ammo for this, so that's cool. Yeah, so soon I will cut, the dog has gone, we move on to go to the next part of the Easter egg, as I will just keep calling it, because everyone does. Yeah, so we're moving on, and here you see Electric Cherry, one of the new perks in this game. Basically, if you have it on and you reload, you will give an electric shock that stuns and hurts zombies. Here we are at the 3rd dog place actually, where we can actually build the plane. As you can see, I'm adding a part to the plane. We're on top of the roof. Someone was opening the door here with his afterlife, and I'm just looking around here, whatever is around. Thought there was a door, it was not. And just taking a look, as this was the first game, I still had to explore a lot. There's a lot of exploring in between this that I've cut out. Grubs knew a lot about the map. He had played it 1 or 2 times before. The other guys, I'm not sure, but I think they did not know the map. So yeah, overall my opinion on the map is that it's cool. It is nice and challenging, but you can get around zombies. You can train a bit, but it can be very tricky. I feel like that the rounds are longer than they are actually in other maps, but that might just be me, might just be because it's a tight area and you can't really train any zombies. You can't really mass kill them. So right here we're feeding the last placement of the dog. If we complete this, then we can actually get the Hell's Retriever, which is pretty cool. But as you can see right in the right bottom corner next to my score, you can actually see that we have nav cards. I have no clue what those are for. Neither does Grubs, neither do the other guys. I'm referring to Grubs a lot because he is the most informed player about this map at the stage of playing this map. Obviously I played this game 2 days ago, the day after it had released. I played it in the evening, so that's why we had to commit suicide, because we were running out of time. It became late in the evening, and our parents were raging that we had to stop and stuff. So that's why. I spent a lot of time editing this video, and I forgot parts, and parts got lost throughout because I had to save it and pause it and stuff. And here, on the left, you saw it in the box. If you missed it, go back and skip back to it, because that was the new special shotgun, the wonder weapon, whatchamacallit, in this game. It's a pretty decent shotgun. It has one bullet in the mag, shoots a couple of slugs, and does a really high damage. So here I'm adding the last part for the plane. We've built the plane, as you can see on top left. We've completed it, and now we're starting the sequence of flying off. We actually leave Cheers behind, if I recall correctly, because he doesn't manage to get on. I first struggled to get on as well. You have to get to the back, stay a bit behind the platform and get on. I got on just in time. We left someone behind. I think it's Jacko actually, not Cheers. But we are flying away now. I got the achievement. This game was recorded in theater mode. Unfortunately, therefore, you cannot see that I got the achievements, which is a pity, but it doesn't really matter actually. So I've got 11,000 points. We got the AK and the Thompson, if I recall correctly. No, the Galil actually. Pack-a-punch them both, because why not? I figured why not get the Reznov's revenge. It's a pretty decent gun. As you can see, the camo is epic in this game. I have a close-up of the camo on the Beret 50 cal later on in the game, where you can actually see that it is magma flowing through the scratches on the gun. It's pretty freaking epic. Now, this is the first time we actually landed on the bridge. All of us had never been here, and we were certain at this point that zombies do not spawn, except this big guy, which I've showed before. Now, this is where the electric chairs are, which you need to get back to the regular Alcatraz island, because basically you can't do anything here. Because we thought there were no zombies here. So, as we killed the big guy, we pack-punched our guns, we had nothing more to do, we decided to go back. The other guy actually didn't want to go back yet, but Grubs and I were like, yeah, we should go back because there's nothing here. Zombies will not spawn here, we will not pass any rounds, and we need to go save Jacko. So, for this cause, we went into the electric chairs. Still talking to Chairs here a bit. Like, no, you shouldn't go. Yeah, we should. And as you can see, we leave. And you see the electricity going through Jeez, speaking is hard. You can see the electricity going through the poles of the San Francisco Golden Gate Bridge, electrocuting you on the chairs. Pretty cool. End up in afterlife, get back to life. Right here, we are in the elevator that I mentioned before. The elevator is in the upstairs position, and this is a really good spot to hang out with the four of you. If you play with 4 people, really good spot to be. As you can see, I don't really need to shoot because the other people are killing them all. Preferably the people in front should be ducking. Grubs is not doing that here. I told him he'd shoot, and he did. Good guy, Grubs. So we can actually shoot if you get in trouble. Need to reload or something, you can throw your axe, kill a few zombies, and continue with your killing. As you can see, I still only have 1 perk, only Juggernaut. We died a few times in between. I messed up a few times. I lost my electric cherry. Doesn't really matter. I can hang out without electric cherry. Now it's pretty cool spot to hang out, as I said. There's only one way they can come from. They can jump on this platform from the roof, as you can see some jumping in front of this hole right here, which can be a bit tricky, but if you get really messed up, you can always just hold X, pay 750 points to get the elevator down, and you will be safe. Obviously all the zombies will then spawn downstairs, but you can do the same there. Same tricky thing that they jump down right in front of the elevator, but it's pretty decent spot. So yeah, as you can see, I'm just throwing my axes here, saving my ammo, because you know we don't have a lot of ammos. And look at how many upgrades, how many power-ups we got here. We got fire sale, insta-kill and double points at the same time. Pretty sick if you ask me. So the other guys also have their axes. If you hold it down longer, it gives some kind of shockwave, flashy thing. I don't know what it does, but I think it becomes more powerful if you do that. Throws farther or more, does more damage. I'm not sure, but it does do something probably. Obviously I go back right as the insta-kill is over to be safe. Don't want to waste my life. As you can see, kill one guy when I ran out of ammo. Really good addition to have. So yeah, here we make another cut. Here is the health retriever, a bigger version of it. You can actually see the looks of it. Looks pretty freaking awesome. Grubs and I were just messing around, getting some more fuel for the plane. Because if you have taken the plane once, it shows up on the roof again, and you need to reactivate it to actually fly away with it. And you do that by collecting fuel. Fuel can be found throughout the map, close to the same spots where the actual parts were. Here I was trying to open up that door, which was not possible. You should do that from upstairs. So as you can see, we got 2 out of 4 fuel parts. Eventually we actually get to fly again, which you will see later on. So here again, back to the health retriever, you saw it on the right there. This map is really confusing. At this point I was lost. Krabs came to get me. He knew the map a bit. We were lost. I got lost many times, and it is really confusing. But if you play it more and more, obviously you get used to the map. You know where you got to go. I actually already know how to get to the roof at this point. Here we were taking a long way that we actually didn't need to take, but we eventually got there. So here's electric cherry. I'm buying it because I got loads of money to spare. So yeah, this is where the dog was, and behind that is where the elevator is. So once again, as you see, we made a wrong turn, and we actually went the wrong way. I take another wrong turn. Grubs is also lost a bit. We were trying to get to the roof, but we did not know where to go. Kind of stupid, but it happens every now and then on this map. Which is also a new challenge in this map. You get lost. It's pretty cool. It's good that they added it in, because it's just confusing as hell, these cells. So every now and then, if you activate certain powers through Afterlife mode, you actually unlock some jail cells, which will contain some power-ups, usually double points or a nuke. So here we actually find a way to the roof through these polished rooms, whatever they call. Get to the box a bit, switch out my guns a bit, get an MTAR, and eventually get a Berry 50 cal, which I will pack-a-punch in the second flight to the Golden Gate Bridge. As you can see right here, pack-a-punched weapons are these to kill the mini balls with. So here it is. All 4 of us actually on the plane, if I am not mistaken. Might be actually one other guy missing, the white guy, and I can't remember his name. Jacko is on this time, Grubs is on, and I am on. I think the other guy was left on Alcatraz, not sure. So yeah, I pack-a-punch my Berry 50 cal just to see what it looks like. We already started messing around a bit. It was getting late and we were getting bored. So here's the slow motion. Look at that magma flowing through. It's glowing up and darkening and glowing up back. Pretty cool. Speed forward a bit here, because now zombies started spawning here. I don't know why it didn't spawn the first time. Maybe because there was only one zombie left, and he was on the Alcatraz Island, and this was the beginning of a new round. Might be that fact. Maybe not. Maybe because we went there a second time. Who knows? It's a pretty good place to hold up against zombies, but we were not sure if the rounds will pause or if they just unlimitedly spawn here. So eventually we decided to get out of here. It got messy a few times, like right here. Got lucky to get out. But it's pretty cool spot. A little bit tight sometimes, a little bit too big maybe, because you can train here, but they can jump on top of you. Lightning in once again and get electrocuted. Back again on Alcatraz, starting over pretty much, but now with pack punched guns. So throwing another axe, showing it kills the enemies and drops some bonuses. We were lucky to get insta-kill and double points at the same time once over. My barrier was empty, I didn't like it, so I just bought an M14, which I never used ever after. So right here is the last stand where we're basically hanging out. And here you can see the PhD flopper and the Mew Kick perk. As you can see in the top right picture, you can see it for a bit more. The right one that I'm aiming at is PhD flopper, to the left of it is Mew Kick. These perk machines are not actually usable in the regular survival. They are usable in PhD flop in what am I saying? They are usable in grief mode, which I have never played. Here I noticed that on the sniper tower defense system there is an afterlife activation module or whatever it is you would call it. So I die, sort of on purpose, sort of not, and I go and see what happens if you activate it. And the sniper bullets now are actually rockets. Look at this, pretty cool, pretty awesome. They're less accurate, so I don't know if it's a better thing, but imagine if you train some zombies and the rockets will just kill it. That would be pretty cool. Now this bit is a pretty tricky bit because zombies can come in from the left or now the right, because they can just climb out of the water. So here is the last bit, round 21. We decided to commit suicide and I was like, Leroy Jenkins, and I ran in with a grenade in my hand. The other guys laughed their asses off, and they did the same. I will fast forward this last bit, and that is Alcatraz, Mob of the Dead. Awesome map, gonna play it more and more and more. Definitely sure that rhymes. Why not? So as soon as all people are out of afterlife mode, the game will end, everybody is down. As I said, 7,000th in the leaderboards, as you can see on the left right now. 479 kills, a lot of downs, few revives.